What's up, everyone? So today we are going to show you how to do some streamlined shipping. We've gotten a lot of questions on what to do for shipping, what we do, how we do it, what's the easiest way. So she's going to show you. She's got tricks. She will show you, and it'll be a good one.
Yeah, let's go. So when it comes to getting shipping in order, the first step for shipping actually happens long before the product is even made. We operate mainly on Etsy, and when an Etsy order comes in, I try to check it when we're not too busy right away and just make sure I don't have any questions about the order. Once a day, I will go through all our orders and I actually print out hard copies of them. Yes, every single thing is digital on my computer. I can see it on my phone. It's nice and handy to have that, but there's nothing like having the paper copy. Once I print out the orders, I go through them with some highlighters, some markers, a pen, and I make important notes. Now the reason I'm doing this is so that we don't make mistakes. If somebody has a little bit of a confusing order, I make a little extra note on it. If their order needs to be shipped sooner than it says, I make a little note of it. There are so many like little things that you just don't want to forget, and I think sometimes when you have it digitally on the computer, it's so easy to forget that. So once I've got the orders out, I've gone through them, I separate them to a rotary pile and a non-rotary pile. That's because we're running a laser business. If you're running a different type of business, you may not need to do this, but this is just because then we know if we've got one machine running rotary, one that's running flat items, we know which ones go where. I'm organizing them for Matt, so when he makes the items, it is easy for him. And if you've watched some of his other laser videos, you've heard that he does batch orders, which means that he does all of one like item at the same time. So he might be doing all metal cups first, followed by all cutting boards. I take each item and I just clip them together. Once I've got all those orders separated, I go ahead and put them in an order that makes the most sense. Usually this means what we need to get done first, what is highest priority, followed by the next, and so on. Here's our non-rotary pile for the clipboard today, and then I send these over to Matt. The reason I think this helps with streamlining shipping is now he's creating products in that batch order like we were talking about, and when I ship, it helps for me to ship faster if I'm shipping in batches. Let me show you. So when it comes to our company, along with lots of companies, we don't have just one item we specialize in. We specialize in personalized, laser engraved gifts. And here are a few. Although this looks nice and organized and ready to package all these items, it ends up not being ideal. I end up having to package our glass in some bubbles and boxes while I wrap our Pyrex in some paper. Every single item here has a different box, a different package. This ends up being a huge headache for shipping. So when I'm shipping, whenever I can, I try to put like items on the table. So let's get rid of this. Now that my table's all clean, we're gonna start this over. It is so much easier to have the same products on the table. I have 3 picture frames that have to get out this week. One has to get out tomorrow, one has to get out the next day, and one order we just got, but Matt already has it done. Guess what? This person, you got lucky. You are getting your order early. So when it comes to packaging, having everything you need right in one little area is a huge help. I've got my paper right here, and I just ripped some off so I can get these wrapped up. You may have also noticed that I've got my order sheets underneath. This is so I remember which order goes where. I can't tell you how important this is. Once you have your orders packaged up, it is a nightmare to go through and try to find the right order because you think you might have mixed them up. Having a variety of package materials right at my fingertips means I know exactly what package, what box, what envelope I need and when. I use quite a few of the USPS boxes. They ship free to your home, so you can keep a lot on hand for when you're shipping a lot of packages. You can order them straight from the USPS website, and I'm saying this because they're free. It's super helpful. You can even order sample sets, so you can see what size boxes you like the best, what's going to work for you, and keep those on hand. Just realized there's no boxes right here. I need to restock. When you're packaging, it's always important to make sure your business name is front and center. So we always include a business card and a social media card, promoting our customers to share our products if they love them. I like to write the customer's name right where I'm going to stick the packing slip. If I have a lot of packages, I make sure I write their first and last name. There are also some really cool tricks for streamlining Etsy orders specifically. So I like to weigh all my packages at once. I pick a spot on my paper. For me, it's the top right corner, and this is where I write all of the shipping information. So this package, 1 pound, 5 ounces. I also write down what box it is. Ridge A for me stands for Regional A. By putting it in the top right corner, I know that's where I'm always going to look when I'm entering my package's dimensions. If you're using Etsy, most of these things are preloaded for you, but it's always good to double check, and every once in a while something might be a little off depending on if you chose another box or if you have more than one thing packaged together. It can happen. Do you guys have any guess what is going to happen when I weigh all 3 of these identical packages? Yeah, they weigh the same thing. So if you already know that, if you're packaging the same thing over and over, like I am right now, you're gonna catch on real quick. All of these are just under 1 pound, 5 ounces. If I have 10, 20, 30 of these, I probably don't need to weigh each one. If I'm a little concerned, up that ounce. Take the one you think is the heaviest, weigh it, and go by that. Check your shipping. If for some reason you are right at that edge of it costing more and you want to go through and weigh each one, by all means, go ahead. Once I've logged into my Etsy account, I've double checked or entered all of my shipping information. Then I go through and I print all the labels at once. This is different than what I used to do in years past. It sounds really silly, but I used to print 1 label at a time. Honestly, I just hadn't figured out how to do more than once. So if you're new to Etsy or if you haven't figured that out yet, it's really quite simple. You just select all the orders that you want to print labels from, and if they are spread out, you can actually search for each one by name or number, or however you'd like to search for them, and they will come up. What I like to do is keep my orders, especially if I'm doing a lot of them at once, in order. I will essentially line up my orders so they are A, B, C, D, E, right in order from what I selected on the computer, so that when I enter my shipping information, they're also in order. It just kind of saves those extra steps having to go back and look for the same order over and over again. Also, they print out my label printer in the same order. If you don't have a label printer and you are fairly new to shipping online, it's usually not too difficult right away. You're printing on paper, you're cutting it out, you're taping, you're shipping label to the package. Hopefully you're doing that. If you are still handwriting addresses and bringing them to the post office, start looking on your computer, because it is not difficult whether you use Etsy or whether you're just shipping through a carrier to order postage right online. They will even come to your house and pick up your packages. Yes, and USPS, they do that for free. If you're ready to upgrade to a label printer, I highly recommend the Rollo printer. This is an unsponsored video, but I'll leave an affiliate link down below in case you're looking for a great label printer. Matt and I also did a comparison video comparing the 2 label printers we've had a lot of use with, Dymo and Rollo. So if you want to watch that video to see some tips why that's great, I'll go ahead and I will put a link up above. I've been doing something really interesting with my label printer this year, which is helping save time as far as shipping goes. At Christmas season, we always get a lot of gift orders. A lot of people are ordering gifts, and sometimes they can't be the one to give it to someone. So instead, they're shipping it, whether it be across the state, across the country, or across the world. We're shipping gifts all over. So we have a lot of gift messages going out. Now, I'm a firm believer that handwriting notes is hugely important. I try to handwrite thank yous as often as I possibly can, and I do try to make them personal as often as I possibly can. That being said, at Christmas time, when I'm trying to ship out many orders, one after another, sitting down to write someone's gift message out for them, especially if it ends up being a couple paragraphs, can get to be quite a lot. And on those days when I haven't had quite enough coffee or not enough sleep, if I make one little mistake towards the end, I'm a perfectionist. I need to redo the entire card. So I found this trick thanks to another Etsy seller. So let me show you. Yes, I'm gonna block the customer's personal information with a sticky note. I am not as fancy as Matt, tech fancy. I know how to block it with a picture of my own face. So for now, that is what I'm doing. When you go to an order, if it has a gift message on it like this one does, instead of printing your order receipt, you can print your packing slip. Now, I don't usually print my packing slip because I don't include them in my Etsy orders. When I go to print order, and turn you away for a second because it's going to show you everything. Or maybe I can zoom in. So once I go to print my packing slip, I get a screen that includes the gift message and some other information. If I go to my print button and I say I want to print it to my roller printer, look at that. It's going to turn out great, right? So I'm going to go ahead and print it and show you what it looks like. So I went ahead and I printed the gift message on one of my labels, which is a sticker. So this one, Merry Christmas, you filthy animal. Hope to be sharing a beer with you for many years. Love, your big brother. Awesome gift message. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this off, and if my item is, say this is a glass, so I go ahead and I just stick it right on the package for the customer. Is it probably the cutest way to package an item and have a gift note? No, but I am sure the customer is not going to miss it, and it's not in sloppy handwriting because I've been up all hours of the night. Those are some things that I love to do to kind of streamline my shipping. Frankly, I'm shipping in my basement. We still run a small family business, so if you're shipping at a larger scale, my guess is you're working off more than a card table or two. At Christmas time, I've probably got 1, 2, 3, maybe 4 going, but that's it, that's tops. It's in our basement. But I'd love to hear some of your tips and tricks for how you streamline your shipping, how you make things go faster and smoother. I hope you got some good information from this video, and if you did, be sure to give it a thumbs up. If it's nothing new, I'm not hurt by that. Feel free to leave a comment down below. If you haven't already, be sure to subscribe to see more videos. Let us know what you want to see. Do you want to see more laser videos, more videos about Etsy or shipping, or more just about our day-to-day life? We really love vlogging and sharing with you our journey through life with our family to just be better people. And as Matt always says, glad you got to see me again. Bye. You laughing at me? With a few of my favorites. Woo!